I would just like to begin by saying that Angel and Tess were very in love. We have different accounts that stated that. Is even told Angel that no one loved him more than Tess. They marry, Tess reveals her illegitimate relationship, and they separate because her natural husband was still living. This means that the only thing standing in their way of being together is Alec. That's motive enough for the murder. You guys questioned a motive. How about the fact that the reason that her marriage failed was because his natural husband was still alive. Therefore, she needs to get rid of him somehow so that she can go back to being with the one she loves. And then Tess writes Angel letters while he was away. Even though he doesn't get them, they show that she's still in love with him. Angel stays in Brazil for an extended period of time. Even though he gets very ill, he does not return. Why is that? Why wouldn't he return if he's very ill and in an environment that is making him weaker and weaker? Could it be that he was waiting for an opportune time to return? Meanwhile, Tess stumbles upon Alec one day while he is preaching. She listens, and he is obviously a changed man. We have many accounts that said that they do not deny that he had a rough patch there, but he was a changed man. And anyone could see that there was no malice or danger in his new persona. How was it that Tess just happened to enter on the place that Alec was preaching? Of all the places she could have been, was it really a coincidence? Or did she mean to have Alec come back into her life? Alec, being the kind, changed man that he was, offers Tess financial help for both her and her family. Although she initially refuses, eventually Tess claims that she has given up on Angel and accepts Alec's offer. Now that she has gotten the financial benefits she sought and the trust of Alec, it is time for her and Angel to put their plan in action. Angel just happened to return to England once all of this has been established. Even though he spent a year away from Tess without a single form of contact, like he said he would give, he decides to go straight to her when he returns. Angel goes straight to Tess, even though she claimed to have given up on him, she agrees to see him a couple times. Maybe this is because they were never out of love, that they're moral individuals who both knew that Alec was standing in the way of their marriage's legitimacy, and they devised an elaborate plan to get him out of their lives forever. Now that Angel is back, they must have time to finalize their plans, and that's why they go and speak with each other. And now the scene is set, and we would just like to relate the events that we believe occurred. So the knife, which is a murder weapon, was found on the breakfast table in the outer room. That was stated in the book. Okay. However, Alec was found dead in the bedroom, which is a completely separate room. Therefore, it could not have been self-defense that Tess used. There are two options of this situation. One, Alec d'Urberville, unaware of Tess's malice, goes into the bedroom. Tess uses the element of surprise in her favor and goes into the room and stabs him in the back. Or, enraged, Tess begins to chase Alec with the knife, and she finally strikes him in the bedroom. Because the fact that the knife started off in the bedroom and then, or in the breakfast area, and then goes to the bedroom, I mean, how is that self-defense if he was coming at her when they were sitting in the outer room? She would have stabbed him in the outer room. Yet the murder occurred in the bedroom. Doesn't look like self-defense to me.
Tess had every chance to stop herself from the murder. When she picked up the knife, she could have stopped herself. When she chased after him into the bedroom, she could have stopped herself. When she went to stab him in the heart, she could have stopped herself, and yet she didn't.
There's also no evidence that Alec came at her in any way of aggression, therefore how could it be self-defense? Also, it said in the book testimony that the knife was straight through her heart. If it was self-defense, how would Alec's heart, how would it have gotten directly in that precise spot if it's self-defense? No, not self-defense. So, basically, immediately after the murder was committed, Tess runs to Angel. She admits that she did in fact kill Alec. They wouldn't let us say that yesterday, but I can say it now because it's in the testimony. So she admits it right away. Angel, a man of strong morals, who had left her earlier in time because of an illegitimate relationship, accepts this about Tess. Like we stated before, how is the illegitimate relationship less severe than, or more severe than a murder? So maybe he knew that she was
5 minutes?
But she said that we had a minute left.
No, she said I've been filming 5:05.
But remember, they ran into their time. Yeah.
They
They were
did.
there time. I'm almost done. So, I'm seriously almost done. Okay, so maybe he was able to accept this murder because he knew that this was her plan all along. And the couple ran away together and get caught. Tess does not protest. She does not say, oh, this is self-defense, like I'm not guilty of this crime. She does nothing. Maybe that's because if she were to give any type of protest, that they would have gone and investigated the case, they would have questioned Angel and found that he was in fact the accomplice of this whole plot.
If a person was a victim of a self-defense crime, they would not leave the scene.
They would
Case
not.
in point.
Case in point.
She's
Exactly.
Try to finish.